Hi all and welcome to another exciting tutorial from Model Railroad Technique. Have you ever wanted to build a structure that is one of a kind or fits a specific location but thought it was all too difficult because you don't know where to start or what products to use? Building your first scratch building can be very daunting and challenging. In this video series I will step you through this simple little scratch build. So let's not waste any more time and let's get building. Make sure you subscribe, click that little bell icon to be notified of upcoming videos, support us on Patreon, like us on Facebook and Instagram at Model Railroad Technique. And welcome back. Now, as you can see, this structure has already been put together. I must apologise because for some reason the footage, me putting this door as well, so I won't bore you showing all that, so I'll just buzz it through until we get to the weathering side of these doors and windows. So you can see the large door there. Obviously it's still wet, but some of that brown has come through. That doesn't concern me too much, as I sort of said before. I just think that adds to the character and the texture. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go back in with a dry brush on these windows. I'm just going to use a slate grey, a little dollop in my palette. Now it's just a matter of real light. It's still way too much. So real light sort of dusting over the top. And what I find, if you do it if the colour's a little bit intense, just rub it with your finger and sort of giving a little bit of distressed sort of just colour variation into it. These ones you got obviously a bit harder to do because literally all you're going to see is the very fine window pane part of it that pops through the side of the wall. And there's sort of nothing else to these. So just see that sort of effect that it's giving, just a little bit of warm paint that's coming through. As I said, the only bit you're going to see is this frame. All this rest of this sits back behind the wall. So I'm going to do that. Try the same with this door. Just a real light. Might just a little bit more around sort of the door frame where people might just push on the door. This has still got a fair bit of the sort of the brown that's showing underneath. So now we're going to try the door. Be undecided what's the best way forward with this. What we'll actually do is on the raised bit, we might just do it. All we're doing is, it's a bit hard to see in the camera, but there's quite a bit of texture that stippling does. And all I've done, I'm just lightly dusting this over the top, which will take up the stippling, but you can sort of just see underneath the paint that's come through as well from the original colour. So I might just work on that a little bit more just to show the detail of those frames up, I think, because that's looking quite nice. Just a real light brushing, nice soft bristle brush, and then it's just a real light grip, and then it's just like dusting it over. So I'm trying to pick the detail of that, those frames up a little bit more. So we'll probably go back into that with some weathering chalk sort of up here to get rid of that, the luster of the plastic there that I haven't quite taken through, but that's looking. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to work through just cleaning up the little burrs there. Decide that you don't want to do that, that's fine. But these Hagen windows are very industrial, so they're reasonably thick. But one of the issues, they don't come with any acetate, so in effect you've got to make your own. So that's what I'm going to do quickly here. Just a matter of measuring it up best you can. Use white glue, always use white glue in your acetate, because if you use a CA glue or some other modelling glues, it'll add a smoky effect to the window. So that's pretty well it there. So it's just a matter, I'll go through the rest of the windows now and add the glazing to them. Now, this is a light industrial sort of workshop or something similar, so I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to put blinds on it yet. So I might just have a look to see what the balance looks out, what it looks like when it's together. I can always just slip my hand up underneath to put some glazing through if needs be. Oh, sorry, some soft furnishings on the windows and the like. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to look at doing is actually installing the windows. Very, very simple. It's just a matter of putting a little dollop of glue in the sort of that sort of top or bottom edge, furthest away from the window pane. And depending on whether you got your roof on or not, just popping them in. Now, it's probably easier in hindsight to go back and go through, do the windows at the time you're doing your walls, but yep, I didn't do that. So okay, so that's the windows installed. Sometimes you get a little bit of glue bleeding through, so all I do is get a cocktail stick or toothpick, call it what you will, and you sort of just get in there and just clean it all up. I'm only using PVA glue, so it shouldn't cause too many issues in regards to sort of giving a smoky or a glazing of the discoloration of the acetate, which you would with a CA glue or something stronger. Right, so that's the main door in, so that's coming up quite nicely. So that's the end of the video, so thanks for watching. So next episode we're going to be looking at doing all the rafts and all that for the second floor. Make sure you subscribe, click that little bell icon to be notified of upcoming videos. Support us on Patreon, like us on Facebook and Instagram at Model Railroad Techniques.